In the heart of Germany's Black Forest lies Varnhalt, a village that has whispered secrets of the past through its vines for centuries. The Badische Weinstraße is a road of discovery stretching over 500 kilometers along the Black Forest, leading to some of Germany's most beautiful vineyards. Our story begins at Nägel's Forsterhof, a winery with a history dating back to 1588, where each glass of Riesling holds a story of time, tradition, and heritage. This is Joseph, a vintner with a gift for making fine wine. Little did he know, he would one day change his village's legacy. In a bold move, Joseph approached the Bishop of Würzburg, seeking permission to bottle Varnhalt's wine in the Bocksbeutel, a privilege only granted to a few. Such a request was unusual for the time, but the bishop, seeing the quality of Joseph's wines, granted him this rare right. Back in the present day, a young wine enthusiast named Emma arrives in Varnhalt with a notebook in hand and curiosity in her eyes. She steps into Nägel's Forsterhof winery and meets Stefan, a winemaker with a passion for tradition. Stefan pours a glass of Riesling for Emma and shares stories of the vineyard.
This winery has been passed down through my family for generations,
he says, swirling the glass.
Each vintage is a chapter in our history.
Stefan shows Emma an old, weathered book containing documents dating back to 1588.
These are records of our first bottling in Bocksbeutel,
he explains. The Bocksbeutel is not just a bottle shape, it's a symbol of quality, heritage, and the resilience of the vintners who fought for Varnhalt's right to use it. Emma tries a sip of the Riesling, describing its notes of apple, pear, and hints of honey. She remarks on the taste of tradition and wonders about those who first crafted this flavor centuries ago. Stefan explains the EU trademark protection for the Bocksbeutel, granted in 1989.
It's a modern recognition of an ancient tradition,
he says. From that initial privilege granted by the bishop, Varnhalt has built a reputation for excellence, producing wines as rich in character as the stories of those who tended the vines. Stefan leads Emma into the wine cellar, where barrels age in the cool dark.
The Nägel's Forsterhof is the heartbeat of this tradition,
he says. Stefan shares the story of a legend. A 17th-century vintner believed that the spirit of the Black Forest protects the vines.
It's a tale passed through the family,
he says, smiling.
The forest watches over us.
As Emma walks through the vineyards, she is filled with reverence, knowing each vine has deep roots in both soil and history. Emma looks at the rows of Bocksbeutel bottles lined up in the shop, realizing the immense tradition they represent.
This place,
she says,
feels like stepping back in time.
Stefan raises a glass to Emma.
To Varnhalt, to history, and to those who keep the stories alive,
he toasts. They clink glasses, sharing a moment of reverence and gratitude for the heritage held within each bottle. The vineyards of Varnhalt are more than a scenic stop along the Badische Weinstraße. They are a gateway to centuries of craftsmanship, passion, and a people who cherish their connection to the land. And as long as the Bocksbeutel bottles are filled and shared, the legacy of Varnhalt will live on.